blessings we continue to create throughout our life, actions, throughout our mind processing, throughout our destinations that we seek to partake in our lives. So today I want to talk about a little bit of how do we understand and how do we just don't care of understanding. These things are very completely different, and one of them, it's very beautiful to be, and the other one is just what it is. The first one is to understand, frees oneself of not understanding, of just having a habit of doing. And the second one is just being the same as we are without the intent or the intention of changing our life, just being like how we are and the place that we are in our life. This can be anything, it doesn't really matter. But the other one completely frees our mind. It freezes, frees our mind in many ways because we become a understanding. And understanding means that we are processing, that we are endeavoring, that we are doing an effort to understand ourselves, our emotional state, to understand where we are and how we got there. And it's kind of emotionally draining to be not in that part. What is that? Of not understanding. Just being a habit of being, a habit of doing. So, in order for us to be in this world, and what is that being in this world? In order for us to be present in this moment and to enjoy it and to start creating that life that we would love to live, then we have to understand. We have to understand the equation. We have to understand the emotions. We have to understand how is this body working. And once you understand how this body is working, once you understand how this body is responding, once you understand that you are not a reaction, that you are a response, then you can consciously have endeavors in your life. You can consciously get into things knowing why you're doing it, not just doing it to see what happens. So today is about getting ourselves into things knowingly why we're doing them. If you want to get yourself into something physical, something fun, something that will give you happiness momentarily, like it will give you a brief happiness, a brief excitement, that's okay, you can do that. But if you want to get yourself into something sensibly, emotionally, that will give you a sense of freedom, that it will not just be in that moment, it will be for the rest of your life, then I choose this one, to get myself into something emotionally sensible. How do I get myself into something emotionally sensible? That is the question. How do I start to get myself into something sensible, emotionally available to my own response, to my own ability to be? How do I? Well, the first step for me is accepting. The first step for me is accepting where I am physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, mentally. It's accepting I am here now, feeling emotions of sadness or emotions of happiness here and there, not always present to them. My body possibly is sick. My mental awareness is all over the place. And once you accept where you are, then you can start discerning. You can start questioning and inquiring. You can start asking yourself, how can I change that? How can I start developing a way of now having my own way of thinking, not just being a unconscious response, not just being a monkey see monkey do emotionally, physically, like what everyone is doing in this world. Many of us sometimes are a conscious action because we have a response, a conscious response. Many of us are a reaction because we are just the same, a monkey see monkey do. So what we're trying to talk about is how can we be our own thinker? How can we be our own emotion? How can we take back the driver's seat? How we can take back the levers of that bicycle and we can drive it, not be driven by someone. And that goes to what is driving you? What is driving you? What is actually driving you in this world? Is it greed? Is it false happiness? Is it money? Is it desire, sexual? Whatever it is that is driving you. If it's not life, pure life itself, then you're only going to have, or we're only going to have, moments of happiness here and there. Instead of being in the moment, completely pleasant, completely untouched, completely, totally not moved, but really being inspired by this Mother Earth. And that goes down to one question: how can I be there? How can I be there? The way that I started this understanding, how can I be happy, really happy, without anything? The way that I started, it might sound funny to you, but it's just something that it is. The way that I started is by letting my hairs grow, my beard, my ear hair, especially my ear hair, because in the past, the same people that raised me, the same people that were around me since I was a young child, say that having ear hairs was disgusting. And then I took that as a truth and I started changing my perfect body by shaving my ear hairs. And that's how I started this quest. That's how I started this awakening, by not shaving my ear hairs, by accepting my perfect body. And my perfect body has hair, my perfect body has wrinkles, My perfect body is this male, is this man, and that is my perfect body. By accepting my body, I started recognizing what has been stopped in this natural nature to continue to express and respond and be in this wonderful world as it is, to see it and to breathe it and to enjoy it. Because I took a truth that was not mine, and it is not for anyone and don't belong to anyone. I took the truth of changing my body. I took the truth of not accepting my body. I took the truth of I am not made perfect. And once I understood that that truth is the truth that is destroying this world, it's the truth that is bringing too much sexuality into this world, it's the truth that has become such a death sentence for everyone, changing the way we look, changing the way we are, just for one stupid thing: acceptance. Because I want to see myself like this so then they can accept me. Because if they don't accept me, how can I accept myself? So that's how I started this path, by accepting this temple, by accepting this body, by accepting how I was emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically. And I say, this is where I am. And by me accepting that, slowly things start saying, okay, this is what you're doing, and this is what you're not need to do anymore. So that's my gift for you today. So you can start your emotional process. So you can start your awakening. So you can start a life that you want to live. So you can start a beautiful life. Accept where you are in this moment and change the things you can change, but don't do too much effort. Don't waste your life, energy changing the things you cannot change. Because you might corrupt your temple, your body. You might try to change your body just for acceptance. And that at the long run will catch up. And emotional diseases and physical diseases, that it will be very hard for you to repair. So that's my gift for you today. Accept who you are at this moment and work on those things that can be changed. And the things that cannot be changed, let them be as they are. Blessings and love, always you creating.